It started with a ringtone, a high-pitched, cheerful sound that had no place in the middle of those woods. We were camping near an abandoned parkway, about 5 miles off the main road. It was supposed to be a quiet weekend, just me, Brian, and Lucas, sitting around a small fire with a few beers, away from everything. That night, the woods were dead silent. No wind, no crickets, nothing. Then out of nowhere, this ringtone started echoing through the trees, shrill, metallic, and oddly familiar. It was one of those old Nokia ringtones from years ago. It kept ringing, stopping for a few seconds, then starting again. We thought maybe someone had dropped a phone or a hiker got lost. Brian joked that it was Bigfoot calling for help. We laughed, but after 5 minutes, the sound hadn't stopped. It seemed to be coming from deeper, inside the forest, somewhere beyond where the flashlight could reach. I should have ignored it, but I didn't. I grabbed my flashlight, told them I'd check it out, and followed the sound down a narrow dirt trail that twisted between the trees. The air felt heavier as I walked, colder somehow. The further I went, the quieter the world became. I couldn't even hear my own footsteps after a while. Just that ringtone echoing off the trees, getting softer, like it was moving away from me. Finally, it stopped. I stood in the dark, flashlight beam cutting through the mist, and saw something glinting under a pile of wet leaves. I knelt down and brushed them away. It was a phone, an old black Nokia, half buried in the dirt, screen cracked, but still faintly glowing. When I picked it up, the wallpaper made my stomach drop. It was a picture of a young boy, maybe 12 or 13, smiling with a red bicycle beside him. The name on the lock screen read Ethan. That name hit me like a punch. I remembered hearing it on the news a couple of years back. A kid named Ethan Turner had gone missing in these woods. They searched for weeks, hundreds of volunteers, helicopters, dogs, nothing. They never even found his bike. And now I was holding his phone. My first thought was to take it back to camp and call the police. But before I could move, the phone vibrated in my hand. Incoming call. Mom, I hesitated. My brain screamed, don't answer it. But something about that moment standing alone, the cold air, the silence, made me do it anyway. At first, there was just static. Then a faint voice broke through. It was a woman's voice, weak, shaky, like she was whispering through a bad connection. Don't let him follow you back. Then the line went dead. The words barely sank in when I heard something behind me. Twigs snapping, slow, deliberate steps. I turned my flashlight, and the beam hit something standing about 20 feet away. At first, I thought it was a child. Same size, same height. But as it stepped closer, my stomach twisted. Its skin was pale, stretched too tight, like wax. Its head was tilted too far to one side, and where the eyes should have been nothing. Just smooth, gray skin. It didn't run. It didn't crawl. It walked 1 foot at a time, slow and steady. I dropped the phone and ran. The forest felt endless, every tree the same. My flashlight flickered, my breath was shaking, and behind me, I could hear soft footsteps following, never fast, never loud, just there. When I finally stumbled back into camp, my friends were gone. The fire was low, half burned, the tents ripped open like someone had gone through them in a hurry. I shouted for them until my voice cracked. Nothing. Then I saw it on the log next to the fire, the same phone. Ethan's phone. Screen cracked, still warm. It buzzed again. Incoming call. Mom, I didn't touch it. I just backed away slowly, then turned and ran down the trail toward the road, not stopping until my legs gave out and I saw headlights. When I went to the police the next morning, they searched the site. They found no signs of Brian or Lucas, no sign of the tents or fire pit. It was like no one had ever been there. When I told them about the phone, they said it had been in evidence for years found, during the original search for Ethan Turner. The one I picked up, they said, couldn't be real. But it was. I felt the weight of it in my hand. I heard the voice. I saw that thing. A week later, I saw something online, a local news post. 2 hikers had gone missing near that same forest. The search team found both of their phones buried in the dirt, still working. Both had the same wallpaper, a smiling boy with a red bicycle. And that ringtone, the one that started it all, I still hear it sometimes. Late at night, faint, just outside my window.